Jollekin nämä mai.
Says they have a larger-than-life furry friend who made a terrible mistake. It wanted to take a bath to clean up. However, choosing a pool of grime slime to get the job done wasn't the brightest of ideas.
Ein Autsch alla Juge.
Only a giant brush will make it clean.
Imetala.
Figures the friend will know best, so find him first.
Adjudepotano.
Claims you won't have to look too hard to find the gum brush. Once you do, get that to their friend fast. Just be sure to brush 'em good. Thinks a friend could have no better friend. Best part of a mountain. No need to refuel. It's Peekaboo Park. Young ones love this sort of place. Now that's a flesh wound. This one seems to be in good spirits, despite being left here for dead. Has heard that you have a sense of compassion and trusts it's in your nature to help those in need. Asks you to do the right thing for the sake of your conscience. It's only through your inner conflict you're held accountable for your actions. Is grateful you chose that. You can't be good without doing good for others.
Run, dog, run!
It's not a race.
You only say that because you're losing.
Doesn't mean I'm wrong.
No, there are lots of other reasons you're wrong.
Fine time to be outside. That's a Myriad tribe outpost. smell that? Biohazard nearby. The Vespidat outpost, long-time home of the Myriad tribe. Let's see. The vendor says you can browse his goods. Says there no. Sometimes it's simpler to just buy what you need. A bargain. Claims to have strange things from the... Sees your Asks you to check out the web. So, says...
Ein Auge alla Giuge.
Asks you to check out...
Tulo Dremudolia.
Says they've got... It's shopping time. You got the best of that. This won't be a field. Offers you extra. Said
Ayotsaklit nubosak.
fair and square. Says the world is filled with horror. Their father used to have an old spiral groover that they played amazing music on. Figures there must be one out there somewhere. Then you can play those old discs. Supposes you'll have to hunt around. Says it's hard to find an intact spiral groover, but has faith in you. Be careful with the spiral groover, though. They break easy. If you can find one that works, you can fill the world with tunes. Looks forward to listening with you. What with the Looper-Lupin scratching at every door, wishes they could talk to friends who live far away. There's so much to say, but so little time left. There's a pling-plong booth you might be able to fix up to help with that. Says some are inside, some are outside, and easier to spot. Just got to look. The pling-plong booth's not around here, but it's big. Can't miss it. Once you find it, see if you can get it wired up for talk time again. Maybe then they can speak with their faraway friends again. Says you'd be doing a world of good. Says word is... Always good to have some wood scrap like that on hand. Get things done before the darkness falls again. The beach is just beautiful. There's Subnautica Station. Goop flounders around in there. Lots of notices on the board for things that made sense in the days when the surf was a lot cleaner. Interesting to see what they cared about here. Wonder if any of it matters now. In the old days, this was a port for boats that went under the surf. They helped clog the surf into goo. Toxanol didn't do it on purpose, I don't think. Their machines made a mess, though, and they never cleaned up after themselves. You should be able to find a track here. Just need to keep your eyes open. The light is nearly blinding. Let's see. Gulpo ain't the easiest tongue, but I think he says he's happy to see a friendly face. Not too many of those around these days. Says it's good to see you again. He's Goop. You might remember him from the old days when he tried to teach you how to swim. Goop says you were always so righteous as a child, and he can still feel it, even at a distance. He knows he's easy to remember. There's no one out there as cuckoo as him. He's one of a kind. Goop says our memory keeps things for us and protects them until we are ready to face them again. He understands you've returned to face Lupa Lupin. That's the destiny you've been carrying within yourself all these years. He says that the catastrophe back then didn't vanquish the good in you. It's still there, as bright as when you were a child. He understands why you seek revenge, but he doesn't think you realize how that'll make you feel once you claimed it.
Now you're getting into the dark groove.
See? There's always time to turn back to the light.
Oh, and you're doing so well.
If by well, you mean awful, then sure. But this is much better.
The dark always wins in the end.
Says life on the goo is wide open. You have so many choices of where to go. Some harder than others, of course. Which kind do you like? Best to stick close to the shore then, where the goo isn't so deep. That's like being close to your friends who can help when things go wrong. Can hardly believe the world is going to make it. Wonders what that's going to do to the goo. Thanks you for doing everything you could to de-goop the surf. Thinks the Myriad made a good match with you. You're both like sunshine on the surf. Never seen any brighter. Shine on. But hey, back to the goo. Knows yesterday is already gone. It's what you do today and tomorrow that'll move you forward. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the Subnautica station as the pollution has worn down the insulation of his suit. So you must salvage enough scrap to fix up his goo glide, starting with the old wreck box outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the goo glide strong enough to fight the Porky Puff. You're lucky that way. There's still cargo left on the shores from before the apocalypse. His bet... sure you want to be out at night? Just a few moves left. Make them count. Blasting him. A smart foe would leave. Maybe it's later than you think. Hard to tell at night. Just a few moves left. Make them count. damage. Bullets everywhere. Yuck! Biohazard. Sickening. Toxanol's offshore drilling caused oily matter to spread with the rain and contaminate both the groundwater and open surf. The long-lasting effect this had on the evolution of wildlife was, as we know now, the only reason we came to exist. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. It's all about destiny. Yours, mine, the entire world's. Hey, you found the track, even around all this goopy goo. Nothing escapes your googly eye. The surf here looked cleaner when that track was made. Old world dive pods had a built-in air supply so you could breathe below the surf. Glad you had the patience to learn more about how the surf got... He's got the goo glide functional. You'll have a pull hook and a salvage net, but no armor, and an engine strong enough to break through the thick goo further out. There's debris floating around on the surf that might be blocking your path or needs to be towed. That means you'll need a device. Goop says Gizmo's devised a cannon for the goo glide, but instead of bullets, it flips quacks, squeaky distractions for the triple attentive Porky Puff, which will give you time to get yourself in position. The best way to find quacks is to talk to Gulp. He has the bearings of the surf archipelago and knows where the quacks like to float. This means you'll have the privilege of visiting Gulp in the Sinky Dink. He'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find quacks. He only knows what's visible to the naked eye. Gulp is not much of a babbler and mostly keeps... harder for others to see you in the dark. Welcome to the Surf Archipelago, where the horizon rests on the surfy dune. With luck, it'll keep you out of the goo. Hey, there's some rubber scrap over there, just right for the taking. There's some e-waste. The Mitomop outpost. The Myriad tribe meditated here long ago. Let's see. Smells like low tide. Wouldn't want to be behind that. many days like this do you think the world has left? That was fun? This here is the Sinky Dink, home of Gulp, at the very least.
Ja!
He's pretty sure he's heard of you before, although the details are maybe a little hazy. He wonders if you have something for him to drink. Guesses he does, but it's a long life in a wild world. Sometimes he's shaken, not stirred. Says you look like you've got a powerful thirst to do something in this world. Good, bad, not really sure, but it seems like you've been drinking in your destiny and liking the flavor. Wonders if you could take the time to help a man slake his own thirst. You'd be doing him a liquid solid. You're a do-gooder, so you know you want to. Either way, he hopes you find a way to wet your whistle before the world comes to an awful dry end and leaves us all thirsting for more. Says life's like a mystery drink. Sometimes it's amazing, and sometimes it's awful. But either way, you can't stop drinking till you're dead. Sure, but that's nowhere near as quick and easy. Who wants to stop to chew? Wants to raise a glass to you getting the world fixed up a bit. Respects how you always try to help, no matter that the world's fate is hard to swallow. Sees why you joined up with the Myriad. They like a peaceful drink, just like you. Says he sells them drinks. They mostly suck them down on their own. But who cares about them? Says you'd be as bummed out as him if you came for the hot stuff. The Glugmocker, Nimhimbibble, and his favorite radium syrup. That one's even more intoxicating now, aged in truck tankers and all. Without a drink, and radium syrup especially, he can't move, much less think, as the power of his mind is directly proportioned to the quantity of syrup he swigs. That's why he's called Gulp. The drink helps him forget the state the world is in, but it only lasts until tomorrow. The world is still doomed, even if the sun goes up. Figures the real problem is finding something to drink. He wants you to know he has other interests too. He's the Surfipelago's self-proclaimed ornithologist, for example. There are other ways than a cold drink to relieve stress, even in these dark times, and, fortunately for you, he can help. Watching Pippi's flap is calming, but better yet are the ones you can look at and touch, like quacks. Squeezing them is a great way to relax. They're better at floating than flapping, so you should be able to net a few without growing yourself a pair of wings. Gulp tells you to not forget those. Let's see. Here is Knack Hill, the patch that Pebble calls home.
Mana pena.
Seems wowed that you made it all the way up here to wherever he happens to be. He's not quite sure about that himself, having gotten here accidentally. Claims to have climbed here on his own. Loves to get higher. He's bowled over by how you managed to find him. Someone who could do that could go just about anywhere. You seem solid, hard to crack, and always climbing higher. What could stop someone like that? Wherever you're heading next, he hopes you keep strong and tough. You'll need it to get through all the horrors of the world that lie ahead, no matter which direction you go. Wants to know what you'd do if you made a mistake while trying to get someplace. Would you head back down and try again? Or would you try to continue on from where you were? Isn't sure he has friends anymore. Not up here, at least. Maybe you? Says he's not sure he's happy about the world surviving. Means he's stuck here longer. Wonders why you tried to save the world. In the end, what's the difference? Curious about you working with the Myriad. Don't all those lights they use hurt your eyes? Suppose that's great if there's something worth seeing. Let's talk about happier things. He says it's rare, but sometimes he gets caught between a rock and a hard place. There's no worse spot to be in, and this time is no exception. He's always felt insignificant, like a pebble to a mountain. That's why he's climbing now. He wants to feel on top of the lowlands for once. He realizes that one who doesn't climb can't fall either, so in a way, he guesses he's safer here, not going anywhere. Figures he can't get out of here on his own. He's tried. Pebble's risking death by staying or leaving, so he won't stop trying until he's able to climb out of this dying world. He figures he just has to be more careful. Also, it would be better if he knew where to climb. He doesn't want to be a pebble in your shoe, but if you'd help find some better spots for him to climb, he'd be really... Thanks you for not just walking all over him when he's down.
Come toward the light.
Slow down. Why would you rush in?
When you see what you want, why wait?
Well, what about being careful?
Poppycock! Full speed ahead!
Better than nothing. Let's see what you can make. It's a sum of parts. At least it looks like it's whole. Not many will survive a bullet from this beauty. You get it. Good ride long. Tell it, no biting. That's an intact plant up over there. Wonder what's growing in it. Rid of the aches and pains. Good hit. Gigawatts. Cutting edge. You're in pain. Whoosh. This story needs a hero. Check out that rubber scrap. That's a mind monitor from the days gone. A device that flip-screened smart matter. Wouldn't be surprised if it still works. Looks like the inputters need to be linked to get the mind monitor to boot up. Just a few moves left. Make them count. It's mind over matter, software over hardware. Success is peace of mind.